I've done a buy. It's probably going to be ridiculously stupid, and am I going to regret it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So I told you that I had a new project for the channel before the last video, and it's about time I show you what it is. I saved this car from going to the scrapyard, and I paid less than £1,000 for it, and I'm so happy with it. And here it is, an L322 Range Rover 2004 in black. Look at that. That is actually one of my dream cars, and I'm so gassed. I'm so excited to get cracking with it. So let me tell you how this absolute beast of a motor has come to be in my possession. I'm just gonna, oh fuck, Moist. You better not have got that on. I've got a wet foot now. I've got a wet foot.
Sliders there.
I've got a wet foot now. So this is Lewis, who is making me make this bad decision. The cheapest L322 in the country. He knew I'd buy it. He messaged me and he was like, Jay, my Range Rover, you need to have it. Here we are. I'm buying it, and we'll see how long it's going to last. Lou, tell me a little bit about the car.
So it's a 4.4 litre V8 BMW, proper engine. I bought it with the intention to do pretty much what you're going to do to it, man, and just give it some love and care and attention that it really needs.
It's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to end up being my favourite car that I own, or it's going to end up in a skip. So let me tell you a little bit about it. It's a 2004 L322 Range Rover Vogue. It's got an incredibly juicy 4.4 litre V8 petrol engine, which is actually the BMW derived M62 engine. It puts out 286 horsepower and 440 newton meters of torque. But in all fairness, over the years, it's probably lost a bit of that. I don't know what's going on with it only having one weird exhaust tip. I can assure you that is coming straight off and going in the bin. It's got a set of 20-inch wheels on it, which after doing a bit of research, I found they've come off the later L494 Range Rover Sport. It comes factory fitted with air suspension, which, believe it or not, actually works. I can't believe I've managed to get one where the air suspension works. And most importantly, when you buy a car like this, it's got a whopping 535 litres of boot space. Jeremy Clarkson famously dubbed the L322 Range Rover as being the best car ever made. That is a bold claim. Let's see if it lives up to that. So this is the first drive out in the L322 Range Rover. And I know what you're thinking, this was the cheapest Range Rover that I could find. When Lewis came to me and was like, look, I've got this Range Rover, I want to get rid of it, do you want it? He's like, if not, it's going to go to the scrap man. And I was like, I'm going to have it. So we're out for the first drive now, since I picked it up, and we'll see what's wrong with it, because being an L322, as you all know, there is going to be problems. It was on a TV program years ago called Phone Shop when Dwayne had an Audi TT Mark 1, an 8N Audi TT. He said a famous quote, which I quote still to this day quite often when I buy old cars. What he said was, when you buy a 30 grand car for 3 grand, there's going to be problems. What I can say is when you buy what was a 50 grand car when it was new for less than £1,000, there's going to be problems. So hopefully we're going to unearth some of what these are now. I can already tell you that the heated seat on the driver's side doesn't work, the heated steering wheel doesn't work, but it has it, just doesn't work. That's the key. Lewis did tell me of a couple of issues that he discovered from driving it a little bit. He said the lower arms felt like they were going a bit, and it did have, every now and again, it had a gearbox issue. I did have a look at the gearbox issue because that was something that I just wanted to make sure it wasn't low on fluid or anything like that. So I have topped up the automatic transmission fluid on this already, just to make sure that when I did drive it around, that it wasn't going to die on me or cause more problems. I've already gone the wrong way, where I've been talking to you and not paying attention to the sat-nav. But that just means extra driving, extra working out what's wrong with it. Let's start with a list of problems that I've discovered already. The nav doesn't work. The display's broken on it. The radio works and everything like that, but the actual interface, the screen is just black with a line through it. It's got life to it, as I say. The radio works, the buttons work on it, the steering wheel controls work for it. The screen's dead. Also as well, I've done a little bit of driving in it now, and the suspension warning light has come on. Yes, so I now have 0 traction control, 0 ABS, air suspension inactive, which I can only just about read on the pixelated screen. That's also an issue, that the screen's a bit pixelated. I can just about read the mileage and stuff as well. At the moment, it feels like it drives smooth. The gearbox feels nice. It's changing all right. It's going into all the gears. The sport mode works. The manual mode works. Just at the moment, yeah, I've got no traction control or anything like that, or no air suspension control at the moment. It was working because I played around with it this morning. I put the suspension up, suspension down, and was like, wow, I've got an L322 where the air suspension works perfect. But that's not the case, as that has now changed. It has now decided in 5 minutes of driving to go, no, air suspension not working okay. So thanks for that. I can hear a little rattle when I go over some bumps. Let me see if I can catch it on the mic. It's on the driver's side, and it's sounding like it's lower arms or something like that. Yeah, lower arms or like links or anti-roll bars are a common thing for these as well. So I'll get it up on the ramp and I'll have a look at all of that stuff to see if that's an issue. Oh yeah, clunk, 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 rattle, rattle. Yeah, that's definitely something front suspension related. But other than that, for a 22-year-old car that I paid less than £1,000 for, the interior in it is pretty nice. It's clean. There's no major rips or anything like that. The driver's seat-based bolster's got a couple of little bits. Oh, let's drive through a puddle. Range Rover, doing Range Rover things. Hey, lovely, look at that. I didn't catch you on camera, but yeah, I drove through some puddles. That was fun. Just doing Range Rover things. Let me tell you what you can't beat with this that I'm really enjoying. You feel like a lord. You're just like lording about in a Range Rover L322. Like the driving position, the road position that you're in, and like just the way everyone seems to look at you when you're driving it. It's just like you're a bit of a bad man. As you've already seen, it's a black Range Rover L322. It's got tinted windows from the B post back. It's cool. Oh, driven through puddles, engine management lights come on. Check that out. Yeah, I'll plug that in when we get to the workshop, see what's wrong. It's great. Like on the way home when I picked it up, it was driving bloody marvellous, no problems at all. Now I've pressed record, all of the problems are coming out. This is exactly what I was expecting from this. So that's wonderful. I can see why people love these. Like I've always loved them from when I was working with them from Revere London. We were doing the body kit builds, putting 22-inch wheels on them and stuff like that. And this just feels really nice. It feels planted. As I say, it's driving well. The V8's pulling well. Like there's no noises coming from the engine that would be suspects. The engine is like, feels super solid. Just pulling out on the motorway now, so we'll see how it goes on here. Obviously I haven't got any cruise control because of that warning light that's come up, the ABS and stuff, yeah, which means you lose cruise control as well. So just plod along on the motorway for a little bit and see how that goes. Yeah, we'll get up to 70 mile an hour and see how that pulls. Let's knock it into sport. Let's give it a bit of beans. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, that does pull. It makes V8 noises, which is wonderful. And yeah, like just cruising along the motorway now, it's solid. It's a pretty pleasant place to be in the cockpit of this. Engine's up to temperature now. There's no overheating or anything like that. Can't smell anything. Can't smell any coolant. Can't smell any fuel or anything like that. Yeah, it's just we're plodding along nice. Range Rover life. I just feel at home, I feel relaxed driving it. You know, I've got an armrest, cruising along in what I can only describe as a leather chair. It's not a seat, it's not a car seat. I'm not sitting in a seat, I'm sitting in a leather chair. It is literally like one level down from being sat in a wingback while driving. Got nice, comfortable driving position. It's nice, soft leather. This is an awesome place to be. Quite frankly, I feel right at home. Just lording it up in the Range Rover, loving life. Got a coffee there in the large cup holder that's big enough to hold my Nespresso travel mug, which no other car seems to be able to hold. I just feel so relaxed driving this. But it's good that it makes me relax driving it, because then it's getting me nice and chilled, getting my heart rate down. And then when I get to the workshop, my heart rate's going to be up when I start having a look at what's wrong with it. I know what's going to happen though. I'm going to get it over the workshop, and I'm pretty sure that my Uncle John's coming over there today, bringing a car over for something. My Uncle John, my Auntie Nikki, love these. Ever since growing up, I've always known them to have a Range Rover. And in fact, I think this is the first time I can remember them not having one. So I know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to get it over there. John's going to see it. John is going to want to buy this Range Rover. He's well aware of all the problems they have because he's had loads of them. He's had P38s. It's going to be interesting to see what John makes of it when he sees it later on. And I know once I tell him what I paid for it, he's going to be like, yeah, sell it to me. That's mine. Thank you very much. We'll see what happens because he's going to have to fight me for it now, I think. Just love how you feel on the road. You just feel bigger than everyone else. Like, you just feel massive. You're taking up the whole road. I have this theory sometimes that, and I say it to Emily quite a lot, big car wins. If you're in a situation where someone's got to let someone out or whatever, the small car always gives way to the big car. I can't think of many cars that would have to give way to this if that theory's correct. I think the L322 just commands some kind of road presence that even if you came up against like my E53 X5 or something like that, the X5 is giving way to the L322, 100% hands down. Do you know what the biggest problem I have with stuff like this is? I can't keep it standard. I don't know why, like I'm already thinking in my head, oh, I can straight pipe this exhaust. I can take away the rear exhaust box and just put some straight pipes coming out the back and that'll really unlock the V8 roar. And then I'm like, no, but is that really what this car's about? Does it need to roar as a V8? Or is it meant to be understated and just powerful but quiet? Like, is that what I want from it? I've got my sports car, I've got a loud car. Do I need my comfortable cruising machine for that? No, probably not. This was a 50 odd grand car though, £50,000 back in 2004. That's got to be like 80 grand in today's money. I'm driving around in it. This is great. I've saved this from the scrap heap. I've saved this car from the scrap heap. This L322 that I'm driving in now with a 4.4 V8 petrol was going to be scrapped if I didn't save it. And I've saved it now. And I want to make sure that it lives a long, happy life, whether it's me that owns it, whether it's my Uncle John and my Auntie Nikki that own it, whoever. I want to make sure that this car gets the love and attention that it deserves to bring it back to its glory, because this is just too good to be in the scrap heap. And if there's more cars like this that are ending up in the scrap heap, then we should be doing more about this. This should be a recycling mission. I'm all for recycling plastic bottles and straws and whatever, but we should be recycling cars like this, encouraging people to bring them back to their former glory and just have an awesome driving experience and awesome motor and feel. But yeah, that's enough of me going on a tangent. So thanks for coming on the first drive of the L322 with me. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and like and comment what you think of my Range Rover. Oh yes. So now we can officially welcome the L322 Range Rover to the JP On Cars fleet. The only problem is with it, you end up here quite a lot. See you next time on JP On Cars.